Well, hey there everybody, and great I'm fan to bring you the One Piece chapter 700. Yeah, applause to Oda for making so many chapters. Well, what can we tell about this one then? Well, it's actually quite easy. We see a lot of information. The world has got to know about Donflamingo's resigning and Law and Luffy's alliance. Many countries at war is in despair because apparently Donflamingo supplies them with weapons. And elsewhere, we also see some familiar faces. Jimbei is reading the news about Luffy's alliance. And oh yeah, you're Bonney, too. So that little bitch has managed to escape the Marines? I bet she's trying to attack them now. And also, we see some guy with a cape and is smoking. You know, is that crocodile? It looks very much like crocodile, but his hands is not shown, so it cannot be verified. Well, other than that, well, it turns out, as we thought, the Kid Alliance is also after a Jonko. And I wonder which Jonko is that? Hmm. I once guessed it was Kaido too, uh, but seeing that they know, but I mean, a part of me thought it was Kaido, but maybe it's Big Ma'am, because after all, Kid sank two of her ships. He needs alliances to take her down. Well, and also we see the Marine uh, headquarters for the first time. I mean, the new one. And apparently, brand new has become a commodore. And, well, one Marine. Uh, is that uh, Fleet Admiral Sakazuki? Because they only said Admiral, not Fleet Admiral. But well, he mentions he's gonna send out someone. So because he's not gonna have Straw Hat and Law have their way. Oh yeah, it's also an information about the Schibukai meeting. It turns out all the empty seats of the Schibukai had been filled during these last 2 years. Uh, it were Donflamingo, the Ten Yasha was apparently his nickname, Draco Mihawk, the human weapon Kuma, the pirate princess uh, Hancock, Law, and as everybody had guessed, yeah, Buggy! The weak, pathetic, crybaby Buggy has become a Schibukai. Well, it was pretty obvious when that bat came, especially when we saw in Jimbei's flashback that bat also offered him. So why Buggy? Why the hell Buggy? That guy is weak. I mean, it's gotta be because he snuck out of Impel Down, that he recruited all those feared prisoners, and the fact that he used to be brother with red-haired Shanks, went into an alliance with Whitebeard only temporarily, and most of all, that he was a member of the Roger Pirates. That's gotta be the only reason. Apparently he's becoming a Buggy King, or I mean, Clown King, or whatever it was called. And, well, a living legend. That guy is weak. I mean, I sure hope he has gotten a little bit stronger, but I highly doubt that. Well, other than that, uh, we also get some information finally about Trafalgar Law's crew. Apparently, they are in a place called Sue. Wait a moment. Sue? Huh. Sounds like Sue, just like Beppo. And apparently Kinemon and his son are also to go there, but they need to get back to swordsmen. They were two swordsmen, Kinemon and Momosuke, were shipwrecked, and they landed in Dressrosa. Momosuke snuck on a ship, and well, you see what happened then after that. Apparently, Kanjaru, a swordsman friend to Kinemon, sacrificed himself so that Kinemon could try to save his son. Well, that's kind of a messed up. Oh yeah, it seems that Law is getting uh, well, not attached to the Straw Hat Pirates, but he begins to mimic their silliness, much to his charge, and like saying something, I don't like bread, when they're saying breakfast, and I sound like, ah! Oh yeah, and for the first time since the war, Luffy has had a talk with uh, Donflamingo, saying something like, I'm gonna kick your ass if you ever do something that's kidnapping children and doing what Cesar did again. And Donflamingo says something like, I have something you want, and Luffy mistakes that it's meat or whatever. They say something like pace. Is Donflamingo manipulating him? No idea. Well, other than that, they are near Dressrosa now. The Dressrosa arc has started. And we see a little bit more of the Kyoto pirate crew. Apparently some guy that is held in high regards. I mean, uh, Trevor or whatever. He must have eaten a logia because it looks like he's slime and whatever. It looks like, well, he looks like he has some kind of goo. Not goo, but it looks like he's slime. So what is he? The slime fruit? Or the crab fruit? Well, he has a habit of getting close. And Donflamingo talks to his top crewmen or subordinates. And apparently they have ace spade and seats like cards. And now we understand why the Buffalo said that Joker was even willing to save the heart seat for you. He only has that to his top members or his top servants or whatever. But he gives something to the owner of a gladiator, some guy who is a bit shy on compliment, but is still but it still wants to do a job, Diamante, whatever. He gives a devil fruit that Trevor collected to Diamante. I mean, Donflamingo takes a casket that contains a devil fruit that he gives to Diamante, saying that this is what Straw Hat will want once he figures out I have this, and he's even gonna break the alliance for it. So Trevor was the one who collected it, and that. Well, was this surprising or what? I don't know. I think I did. I don't. I didn't suspect this, but this is truly a good triumph card. Donflamingo has Ace Mera Mera no Mi. He has his flame fruit. The fruit, we all know the fruit get reborn when the persons die. He somehow has it. And he's gonna use that because he knows that Luffy do not want anybody else to have that fruit, since he's his brother. And that's gonna risk the alliance with Law. Donflamingo, you truly are a sneaky bastard. So, well, other than that, well, now they disembark. And they're gonna deliver Cesar, and then they're gonna use that as a decoy by going into Dressrosa and destroying the factory. Is there anything else to note about this? Well, once I figured out that Donflamingo had Ace's devil fruit, I began to question myself. How Shanks had the Gomu Gomu no Mi? What if Roger was the owner of that fruit once? I mean, ate that fruit. Is that the reason why Shanks had the Gomu Gomu no Mi and did not eat it at all, and kept it like that? Well, I know that theory did not make any sense. It was just a common one I had. And why do I mean connection? Well, I mean, it makes a lot of sense what Donflamingo said. I think for sure that Luffy do not want anybody else to have this devil fruit. So the alliance is gonna be in peril once he figures out it. Well, Donflamingo, I think you're gonna be one of the first difficult adversaries in this arc. Well, I'll see you next time. Good to see the Marina Headquarters again. Probably we'll see some new actions soon. So long, bye.